Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. And I'm back to do a reading about somebody getting blessed. So I do think it's timely. I do think somebody has a bit of a present coming in. Hello there, Pirate. Merry Christmas. We've got the Hierophant and the Knight of Pentacles. And you know what I see? I see basically somebody deciding you've worked hard, you've put in the time and effort, you have, I think, kind of maintained, right, some sort of standard or your morals when other people wanted to attack you or say that what you were working on or building was folly or a waste of time. And it's like you've made it to a certain point where now you've earned like a level up or a blessing. This pentacle that the Knight of Pentacles is carrying is for you. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time, shall we? You guys have to let me know if that gets too loud. All right. I think we'll actually continue. This is the Golden Art Nouveau. Again, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you are warm and safe and well fed. If you saw my post from earlier, I posted a picture of myself in an apron that my grandmother made, so I love that apron. But I'm going to be making some cookies today, so I might have to put that back on, and I'll share the recipe for you guys. It's my favorite red velvet cookies, although there's a small chance I'm going to make a different recipe. That being said, I promised you that one, so I might post both of them. All right, so I think you made somebody who is quite used to being leader of the pack feel small. You showed somebody up who assumed that they were the smartest person in the room or assumed that they would maybe always have a place at the head of the table wherever they were. And you made their sword look small. We have the King of Swords and King of Wands. You were underestimated, and people thought that it would be easy to make you look like a fool or easy to knock you off your square, and I think you've proven them all wrong. So, high five. You may have an air sign prominently in your chart or a fire sign. Air signs would be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, and fire signs would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But there's something here about you making people kind of eat their words. They thought that they could stress you out or convince you it wasn't worth being yourself or shining in your true brilliance because there was somebody that was already at the head of the table and you were like, thanks, but I'm going to be exactly who I am and I'm not going to dull my shine for anyone. And now they're realizing they underestimated you. You guys, I have pulled 6 cards, and we have the Hierophant, the King of Swords, the King of Wands, and now the King of Pentacles. There is a lot of power that is being fought over here. There is a lot to do with reputation and a lot to do with people thinking that you weren't quite good enough, right? Hello, Tom. Merry Christmas. So glad to see you're back with us. We've got so many. This is weird, you guys, because I was just watching The Cook of Castamar, which is, about like royal court intrigue in, I think it was Madrid, 1720. And this is intrigue all over the place. We have a lot of people who think that they are the most important person fighting over some sort of power. And they didn't think that you would have the ability to match their wit, match their valor, match their power. We have the Two of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. What is this about? Somebody wanted to confuse you or knock your confidence make you feel like you weren't able to do something that you are absolutely capable of. Merry Christmas, Mountain Girl. And with this King of Pentacles preceding the Two of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles, somebody wanted to fight you off, or make it so that you couldn't easily decide which path to follow. And I think you were a little bit too perceptive for that. The Ten of Pentacles says you may have been dealing with a little bit of lack, a little bit less than you wanted. Maybe you've been frustrated because you've been putting in a lot of time and effort and you haven't really seen the payoff quite yet, but you will. The Ten of Pentacles is the best you can get in terms of the financial stability, right? You are about to walk into a very profitable time of your life. And it's because you chose to believe in yourself when others wanted to make you feel like you were not enough. We're going to continue with the Bianco Nero. I'm glad you like it too, Mountain Girl. I don't know what it is, but I do love anything that's kind of what considered like a period piece where they have those beautiful gowns and kind of shaky morals. Oh no, I'm quite fancy, but yes, I would like to have a roll in the hay. So we have Two of Wands and the Seven of Swords, both of which are in the reverse. I feel like this is somebody who thought that they could convince you you needed to take this path instead of this path, perhaps trying to confuse you in terms of what your calling is or what you're clearly quite suited to do with your life. And with the Seven of Swords, I see you basically knowing from the get-go that this person was trying to mess with you and you didn't let them. Now, I also feel like what you did was quite clever. I think you let them believe that you were following what they said. There was a long time ago, a colleague of mine that was one of those, like, I'm the smartest in the room. Even though you might be better educated than me, I'm going to talk down to you, that kind of thing, right? He was like the golden son of the VP of our department. And he was talking down to me and another one of our coworkers kind of here, right? He was the next desk over. And I did one of those things kind of like in My Big Fat Greek Wedding where they say you kind of have to like make him think it's his idea, right? And as I'm walking back to my desk and I walk past my friend's desk, he says, "You're good." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "I heard what you did back there." Made him think that he was smarter than you. Let him think that whatever your idea was actually his idea. And then you congratulated him on the idea that you planted in his brain. Marvelous. You know exactly how to handle them, don't you? I was like, maybe. That's this energy. Somebody thought that they could pull strings here and convince you that you shouldn't try to do something that was clearly exactly the path for you. And you knew that it wouldn't do to just be like, that sounds like a shit idea, but thanks. You played it off. You're like, oh, what a charming idea. You know, I think I will give that a try. And this person is pissed because you did not buy what they were selling. Four of Cups. They're like, why didn't you take that? I don't understand why you rejected my idea. Well, because you're smarter than they gave you credit for. Ten of Pentacles again. So there was a lot of conflict, possibly over something like a business or inheritance, something that obviously has some value to it, right? You're so right, Mountain Girl. This Ten of Pentacles is under the Five of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So this makes me feel like whatever was rightfully yours, other people felt entitled to, and they thought that they could kind of pull one over on you again, right? And convince you that you needed, twice the insurance or you needed twice the staff, whatever it was. You could not be convinced by these people because you saw through their shenanigans. You are strong. And I think a lot of this strength comes from being resilient through a lot of difficult things. You've already been betrayed. You've already seen people steal what wasn't theirs and then lie to your face about it. You are way too smart for the games that these people were trying to play with you. You have tamed the demons within you, and it has enabled you to see quite clearly what demons exist in those around you. Kind of want to give you a high five right now. We have the Hermit, and this is clarifying the Two of Swords in the upright, which is about a decision, right? You offered a new way of thinking. Maybe not to a lot of people, maybe just a little subtle invite to somebody that could have benefited, right? Seen a different way of interacting with people. Because you, I think about things quite differently than other people. And at the outset, it might be easy for people to look at that and think, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, they're seeing right now, or they are about to, that you know exactly what you're talking about. And it was them that didn't know what they were talking about. For some of you, the number 9 could be quite important. As I see not just that the Hermit is number 9, but his staff kind of looks like it's in the shape of a 9 as well. You took the right steps to protect whatever this is that belongs to you, or build whatever it is that was destined to be yours. And it is like breaking the hearts of a few who thought that they could take it from you. But again, I feel like this 3 of Swords has demonstrated or is convincing other people, like, you've gone through so much, and they may have thought that you were weak for it, or they may have assumed that because you don't act like others, speak like others, you're not greedy like others, that you had lost something critical, right, within. But instead, it's made you stronger. What has made other people weaker has made you stronger because of your perspective or because of how you view the world, right? All right, I think we need some Lenormand on the matter. What else do we have today? A message, eh? Oh, and ship. I think this is about the power of your voice. I think there were those that tried to make it so that whatever you have to say that is valuable in some way was not valuable. And there may have been people that listened to this or believed that you were not, worthy of being followed or listened to. And now something about you or something that you have said is making the rounds in, I think, a pretty large community. Some of you may have a platform similar to mine. Some of you may have, I don't know, maybe you're an author. Maybe you're just really popular in a large industry or group of people. But there's something here about the words that you have said or the ideas that you have had. The approach you recommended is now seen as the best. Like, whatever people try to frame you as in terms of not really knowing what you were talking about, all of that looks like complete trash right now. And probably quite based in envy. Because there was somebody here who was trying to paint you in a certain light. They were trying to convince others that you were not as smart as you are, or that you couldn't do what you are quite capable of doing. I feel like there's definitely leadership involved here. There's something about you being a good role model or being able to lead an organization or a group of people into the next year, the new year, the next decade, whatever it is. You have something to offer a group that will make it more powerful or valued than it has been, but people have fought to keep you away from it because they're of the old school or because they already have that power that should be yours. Fox and snake. It's not a very good combo. They were trying to convince people that you were lying about what you could achieve, lying about what credentials you have, lying about your importance, your intelligence, and all of that is being seen as dishonest now. People are coming around to the idea that whatever was said about you that was negative was only said because people wanted what you have or wanted what is rightfully yours. We have the clover, indicating we have some good luck. There are those that were trying to say that whatever you have amassed as far as a fortune or skill or reputation, whatever is valuable that other people see in you, people were trying to discredit it and say that it was just luck. You're not good at the stock market. You just guessed the right thing. Something like that. But now with the bouquet, it's like people are taking another look at you. People are saying that there is a rhyme to your reason or that there is some skill or intelligence behind you that people were diminishing out of jealousy. So, what do you think, Pirate? Is it time for Skipper? Skipper Flipper. What is it? Skipper what? Hello there, Miss Christina. Merry Christmas. All right, let's see what the Kipper has to say. Distant horizons. You guys, this looks a lot like our ship card. There is word of mouth about you getting around. Kipper, Flipper, Skipper. Miss Christina, you are far too generous to me. We have the Kipper, Skipper, Flipper telling us that you are taking a journey or word about you is spreading fast to other departments, other lands, other people that are important. And there's a change taking place. I don't know, maybe I've been watching too many shows like The Cook of Castamar, but it feels like the reins of power have been shifting and there's a decision that has been made to make sure that you are put in a more, like a place of honor, right? Whatever people were trying to say about you, whatever they were trying to frame you up as, has been completely discredited. Mature woman. So whether you're a man or a woman or non-binary, we have somebody here who is being seen in their true glory, seen as stable, reliable, perceptive, strategic, and most of all, you are somebody that can build an empire, and that is hard to argue with. You guys, you are about to be blessed. And you may have already kind of had a suspicion that things were going to be improving for you, but there's something here about your determination, your steadfastness, your unwillingness to let other people tell you who or what you are. It's not going to impact whatever your calling is. If somebody was trying to get you to kind of get stuck in some sort of lower ambition, it's not going to work. There's something that you are meant to do. It's like, I'm so glad that I was watching that show. The beginning of The Cook of Castamar, there's, some jealousy and not really wanting to see somebody new get power. It's like when I worked retail, they hired an assistant manager that didn't know what we did. She'd never done anything like what we'd spent years figuring out. And when you put somebody in power that hasn't, kind of climbed the ranks and hasn't done the front line, known what people say or what they complain about or how to fix this or how to fix that, it makes it harder to look up to that person. And I remember her having a bit of a challenge in terms of getting people to actually like respect her. And there's an element of that here, right? Maybe people thought you were too new to the scene. Maybe they thought you were too young. Maybe they just wanted what you had and that was all it was. But there's no denying your skill when you keep getting blessed, when things keep going your way. And I feel like this is either already started for you or it's about to start. It's like when it rains, it pours, is what I'm hearing. People are going to be like annoyed that things are going so well for you. All right, let's pull the situations deck. See what it is that they're freaking out about over here, shall we? Meeting. Oh. Do you have a conversation planned with somebody that went against you? Because somebody's freaking out about it. Somebody doesn't know what to say to you. How do I explain that I lied because I wanted to undermine your power? How do I tell you that I betrayed you when I already know you know? There's nothing better than asking a question of somebody, knowing exactly what the answer is, and kind of wondering, you gonna tell me the truth or you gonna lie to me? Somebody's terrified because they know you know. And they also know that everyone's looking at them differently for how they treated you or just the fact that they're wrong. And now they're a bit of a pariah. We have somebody who is looking to escape the scene and go somewhere else. Of course, Christina is too. We've got somebody that feels like they need to kind of go into hermit mode. They need to hide because they're under scrutiny. For some of you, there could even be a legal consequence for what this person has done or what they said. But people are closing their doors, not wanting to associate with this person that threw you under the bus or questioned your skills. Because if they were trying to say that you were toxic or you didn't know what you were talking about or you would ruin everything, they were flat wrong. And now there are people who are dealing with a mixture of emotions pertaining to you. There's a sense that people are a little bit unsure how to apologize or make it known. It's, like giving me vibes of a faux pas, like, shit, I bet on the wrong team. Now that person's like, my boss or I don't know, like in charge of the department, whatever it is. Somebody feels, or multiple people feel, like they owe you an apology because they believed the garbage and now they know that it's not true. So they have to, kind of like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. Will you ever forgive me? And you're like, I don't know. Should I? We have the Egyptian Tarot. Queen of Wands in the reverse. So this is telling me that whatever people could say about you, they went with it, right? Well, I can't insult their looks, so I'll insist that they must be a garden tool, right? Well, I can't, criticize their education because they went to a really well-known school. So I'll imply that they cheated or got somebody to, take their test for them, right? There's something here about wanting to undermine your power. With the Queen of Wands in the upright, this would denote that you have been through a lot and people see you as a warrior. Wicked Wands warrior, right? But we've got somebody who was trying to, and maybe multiple people, trying to spread word that you were not able to lead, that you did not have, battles under your belt that suggested you were a great warrior and somebody who could be strategic. They were trying to make you look like you couldn't handle the job, right? Bugs Bunny versus Elmer Fudd. I like it. So we have Judgment kind of coming out sideways. And I feel like this is suggesting we've got people who have finally come to see that somebody was acting against their better judgment, and that while you were being attacked or while people were talking crap about you, there's a sense that you held your cool. You could have gone off on people, you could have been really rude or mad about it, but you showed your true colors by remaining a classy broad or a classy dude when people were trying to say that you weren't. And that really helped solidify that these people were just jealous. They were lying about you. With the Six of Cups clarifying adjudication, I feel like the decision that has been made or the way people see you now, a lot of that is based on evidence not being right or whatever people were saying, not really being backed up by anything in particular, but also personal experience with you. You have an energy that does not jive with what they were trying to say about you. So it's made it easier for people or the court of public opinion to see that whatever was being said about you wasn't right. There was some opportunity here for you to handle a difficult situation. Maybe somebody had to step out and you had to deal with a really unhappy client, or you had to fix something that was broken. Well, with the Five of Wands in the reverse, you did something that people didn't think you were capable of, which is you brought people together in a united front to deal with whatever this problem was. You demonstrated your ability to lead, even if there were people in that group that didn't want to pay attention to you or respect you. You kept your cool. You demonstrated exactly why you were the right person for that. And it's informed people of your true character, your true talent. With the Ten of Wands coming out sideways, we've got something here about this organization, this group, this community, whatever it is, acknowledging that you are absolutely valuable. You are an asset to the team, the family, the group, whatever it is, and they can't afford to lose you. But whoever it was that didn't want to believe in you, they may not be safe. They may not manage to convince people that they do have value, because what they were trying to do would have, I think, led to the end of whatever this group is. So we have the Seven of Swords coming out in the reverse. If people try to say that you are not a hard worker or you are not strategic, that is now quite obviously a lie, because you did do something. You did put in the hard work. This is giving me vibes of, maybe you're not quite feeling well. Maybe you had just been grieving the loss of something and you still made something happen that people didn't think you could. You have impressed a number of people. And with the Queen of Swords here, I feel like you have really balanced how to communicate with people in a way that commands respect, but also makes them like you. It's like people like you and they hate it. Like, I really wanted to not like you, damn it. But you have this magical combination of intelligence. Maybe you're really witty. Maybe you make people laugh with like a dry wit, but you also know when to cut people off. I feel like this Queen of Swords in particular is that beautiful balance that a leader has to find, where I want you to love and respect me, but I also want you to know that I can end shit real fast if you don't. If a leader is to be successful in whatever their mission is, they have to have some sort of unity with the community, right? I mean, it's in the word. So you have proven yourself, and there's nothing these people who doubted you can say to change that. And I feel like you already kind of know that's where things are headed, but things are about to get even better for you. Emperor. You're getting the power that people tried to keep from you, or you're getting more of it. You're about to be blessed even more than you have been. You might have some sort of financial windfall, or You find money you thought was lost. You find out you've inherited property. There's something here that's going to make you even more comfortable financially. You know what I just noticed that I've never noticed before? In the background of the unexpected income is this exact house. You can see the gables are the same. And in the background of the house, we have a very political looking building, do we not? I think you're about to be blessed, but you may also hear that within this group, this community, this, I don't know, department, organization, somebody tried to pay money to make you look bad. Somebody tried to bribe or orchestrate a situation that would make you look bad. And it didn't work. Something was discovered here, something was talked about when it shouldn't have been. Word got back to people that you did nothing to deserve this treatment, and you are standing in your power. People see that you are exactly the kind of leader that needs to be in charge. There's something special about you. We have the Strength and the Five of Wands in the reverse again, which we also have here and here. Again, you know how to tame your own demons, but you also know how to tame the people around you. You know how to get them kind of under your spell. I may really, really want to dislike you, but damn it, you're too good. You do things the right way. You take care of your people. You deserve that title of leader. And it's a struggle for someone here to accept that. Oh, this is so delicious. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. You're right, pirate. All right, we've got the Eight of Wands here. I think this is quick action. But we also have the message over here, so it could be about communication. But we have the Lovers in the reverse. I feel like this is a change in power. What was previously denied to you is going to be given to you. There's no choice here. It's a clear choice that you are the one that is intended to have this power, this money, this leadership, because you take care of the people and you do the right thing, right? You just, no one can really deny it now. You've proven yourself. So with the Six of Swords, there is, I think, transition of power or a promotion. You are being given like the keys to the city, basically. We have Six of Swords coming out with the Knight of Wands. This is something that's going to happen rather expeditiously for you. And it may kind of take your breath away, like, oh, okay, so we've all decided to do respect me. Hello, that's cool. I don't know. What do I do with that? I guess I'll eat some popcorn, sit back and enjoy it. But there is something happening quite quickly. And it looks like whoever was trying to act against you, act against their better judgment, and try to make you look like you were way worse than you actually are, they are losing, I think, everything, but, you know, possibly a job. They are taking the loss that they wanted you to take. They look like they can't be trusted. So nobody wants to trust them. Whatever they thought they could take from you, they have failed. And it's because, what the High Priestess, you saw right through them from the very beginning. And you didn't let them stop you. I think this particular combination is suggesting that we've got somebody here who used their intuition, I'm talking about you, saw right through the people that were disloyal, but didn't let them stop. Like, that's all right. You can hate me. But this is what I was born to do. And your hatred and your silly little words can't stop me. So, hello there, Miss Joanna. Merry Christmas. Oh, it's so lovely to have all three of the moderators. You guys make my day. All right, we've got the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I feel like somebody was saying something over and over again, trying to get people to believe it about you. And then what ended up happening is whoever was trying to say that about you, it's come back around and made it very clear that they were the ones that were doing whatever you were accused of. And with the King of Swords coming out again, I feel like you have almost like kind of held back. You've come across as one that isn't like quick to argue. When you say something, it's the truth and people take it seriously. And that may not have always been the case, but it is now. For some of you, the symbol of a butterfly may be important because we've got the butterflies here on both of the Kings of Swords, air signs, right? And I feel like it's also really important in terms of your own, like a commentary on your own transformation. You may have at one point been, totally down with a tongue lashing, like, nah, screw you, dude. Oh, thank you, Miss Joanna. Merry Christmas. And because you've been able to heal from the betrayals that you've been through, I think you've learned a better way. I think you can think all of these really witty, kind of cutting remarks, but you hold on to them and you have a more polished approach now. And people have noticed this. Again, you are a born leader. And now whoever has gone against you, feels like more than one person, they're worried because they know what they did. If it hasn't come out, it's about to. With the sun in the reverse, some of these people are still kind of trying to hide, but it doesn't matter. The truth is going to come out. All right, we're going to grab some from the Everyday Tarot. We're at about 37 minutes, so I have to keep an eye on that in case they try to mess with my interwebs. We have the Four of Wands in the reverse. I feel like whatever this organization, society, community, whatever it was, there was something kind of shaky here about the foundation. Something that was maybe kind of covered up with a Band-Aid here or there, but it didn't really address the root cause. And there was an element of trying to make everyone outside believe that everything was fine, when those on the inside knew that there was something here not going well. Things were not progressing the way that one had hoped. And it was because of poor leadership. We have the Emperor in the reverse. Somebody was sleeping on the job. I just saw the image of, if you watch The Simpsons, Homer Simpson and his big moo-moo with the bird that was pressing the letter Y over and over again for him to try to take care of his job for him. And sleeping on the job, something terrible happens at the nuclear plant that Homer works at. Now he handles it. He figures it out, okay? But this Emperor in the reverse did not. Whatever they did to threaten the future of this organization, family, group, whatever it was, they were hiding it. Page of Wands in the reverse. They were cooking the books. They were telling people things were going much better than they actually were because they didn't want to admit fault. They didn't want people to see that they were actually a horrible leader. And so now we have justice for the injustice. We have a balancing of the scales. And people are seeing now, well, that makes sense. You were in charge and this happened. So obviously we need somebody else, right? So the world is telling us that we have the end of one chapter and the beginning of a new chapter. with her kind of facing backwards, I feel like we've got acknowledgement now by the group or the community that when they wanted to judge you as not good enough, not smart enough, not strategic enough, they didn't realize that you already knew what this bullshit was. You were already aware of these shenanigans, even though everyone else was like kind of taking a blind eye to it. It's like, don't tell the emperor he's not wearing any clothes, you know? But you did. Or, you know, you fixed it without telling anyone. And now, those that saw you as a garden tool, those that saw you as not battle tested or lacking in credentials or expertise, they now see you as the ticket for a new beginning, as what is absolutely necessary for the transformation or the next stage, whatever is real important here for this group of people. With the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like there is a slow but steady change in the perception of these individuals that make up this group, and they don't feel torn between two leaders anymore. There's an understanding that you are the right person, the right leader. You have the right gifts for whatever this need is, whatever this project or goal or end result is that this Emperor in the reverse was clearly not cut out to manage. Lovers in the reverse. So now what I'm hearing is you didn't choose this life, it chose you. You maybe don't want all this power. You maybe are a little bit like, what is it? Arthur in The Sword and the Stone. You have proven that you are worthy because you don't spend all of this time telling everyone how worthy you are. People like that about you. There's an understated confidence about you, right? You don't feel the need to tell everyone the shit, let me tell you. No, you have, like, you do this magic looking kind of away or, not really expecting anyone to watch, and they see how talented or skillful you are without you being the advertiser for it, right? You don't sell your own wares. People just become aware of how amazing you are by watching you. So we have the Seven of Swords and the Six of Cups coming out sideways. You may have had to change your opinion on somebody that you thought you could count on. You may have thought that somebody who has known you for a long time would be on your side, but they may have thought that it was politically expedient for them to join the other side. So we've got somebody here that I think you used to be fond of, that you are no longer fond of because you've realized they were sneaking behind your back. See how we've got, I believe Temperance is you. So it could be that you have Sagittarius in your chart, but we've got Temperance staring right at the Seven of Swords like, oh, that's cute. You think I didn't see you? I saw you. I'm no fool. I just didn't tell you that I saw you. I wanted to see what else you were to. Thanks. Thanks for falling into my trap. Because now we have the Empress and the Two of Cups in the reverse. And I don't see this Two of Cups in the reverse as like a romantic breakup, even with it coming out with the Empress. Instead, what I see is somebody losing power, somebody being fired, somebody being cut out of a group. And this Empress is, I believe, you. But it could also just be the idea of Lady Justice, right? There's a transfer. In so many of these pictures, we have somebody holding up a pentacle or gifting something, right? And this is going to you. Merry Christmas. The Tower in the reverse. I see this as you having saved something from falling. It was on a course to hell, really. Somebody had really undermined this business, this group, set it up for failure. Somebody could have embezzled money. I'm seeing the scene in Ozark, the very first episode. I don't want to ruin it for anyone if you're planning on watching it, but a fast talker, meeting his end. There was somebody here who thought that they could get away with something, and not only did they not get away with it, it's being talked about now, and that power is shifting to you. Hello, King B. I knew you'd be in here. Merry Christmas. Wrestling with a thief? That sounds pretty scary. But, if there's produce around, you probably have a weapon, right? Who throws a cauliflower? All right, I think we want a few cards from the Voyage of the Soul. You guys, let me know if my audio stops working, but maybe, just maybe, because it's Christmas, fewer people are working. All right, what else do we have for this situation? Joy, serotonin, rush, happiness, excitement, and euphoria. Vivid, imagination, lucidity, creativity, visions, and clairvoyance. I said you saw this. You saw what was going wrong, and you also saw how you could fix it. And now you've brought some joy or some relief to people, but I feel like they're also returning it to you by demonstrating they believe in you. You thought outside of the box, even as people were trying to plot your demise. Somebody, I think more than one person, really thought that you needed to be put in your place, stay in your lane kind of thing, right? Now they're getting that treatment. This has gossip on it, so I do feel like people were talking negatively about you without any basis for it. We have vibration, vortex, buzzing, frequency, mind, reality, and energy flow. You make things better, and people can see with your energy that your intent is good, or that you are a builder, a creator, somebody that makes something better, right? And with communication coming out here, I think a lot of this is from how you communicate. We have message over here, right? Message is on this card as well. You have something that you are meant to do. There's something about your voice or your leadership that is critical for this situation, this group of people, this community. I told you. You're a leader. It's kind of hard to read, but that says leadership on it. Teacher, guide, entrepreneur, sharing wisdom, global. You are meant to have this power. You are meant to have this elevated voice, respect for whatever it is that you know or that you share. And with seasons here, I feel like this is you coming up from having a pretty difficult time, not being believed, being mocked, people saying really cruel things about you. That's about to end. Ascension. Upgrade, activation, progress, timelines, shifting. If you haven't already been blessed, you are about to be blessed. So, rest up, clean up, look nice. You might be in the papers soon. You might get your picture on, very important wall in a big building. And it's not going to sit well with a lot of people. A lot of people are envious of you. Don't trust easily, okay? This is the miniature Rider-Waite. There is something about an imbalance of power with the Chariot here that you have restored balance to, or that you are about to. So stay firm or stay focused on what it is that you're doing or whatever it is that you want to achieve, because it is, I believe, what you're meant to be doing. We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. If people have not admitted to you what they did, they will eventually. Sup, Papa? Anyone want to say hi to my dad? I'm a couple minutes away from being done, Dad. So here we have the Hierophant coming out again and the Star in the reverse. You are going to heal something that other people have failed to heal. So you are supposed to be wherever it is that you are. All right, 2 more for you. Another Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Those that went against you are finding out that they shouldn't have. And I believe that there's going to be some sort of announcement or maybe even like a news article about this betrayal or this lack of leadership by your predecessor. And I think it's going to set you up for success, but also get more eyes on what it is that you are doing or what it is that you are achieving. All right, we're going to pull a couple from the Zodiac fortune telling. I'll tell him you said that. All right, we have successful in big things if undertaken. You know that. You're going to do something incredible. A secret of something unimportant. I feel like this is what people were trying to say about you. Something will happen that will change the entire atmosphere for the best. Just in case you're doubting me, it's that top one. And I feel like the numbers 8, 7, or 6 could be lucky for you, or the whole kit and caboodle. And there is you guys, I love the phrasing on these cards, a long motor trip with a surprise at the end. I don't know why I feel like I need to go British with that, but all right, you all. Thank you so much for the support you've shown my channel, especially you moderators. Love you guys. Love you all. Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll try to come back once more, but at the very least, I'll have some recipes for you guys for cookies, okay? See you later.